forever unto end all ages. Amen. We began a series to understand different praises or different songs we see in the church. We started with something we see in Ashaya, which is doxology, doxologia. What does doxologia mean? What does doxologia mean? It means what? Praise? Not exactly. You weren't paying attention exactly. Doxologia. Come from zoxa. Zoxa. What does zoxa mean? Zoxa patri. What does zoxa mean? Glorify. It's a glorification. Doxologia is a glorification. Come from doxa. Doxa patri. Glory to the Father. For doxologia is glorification. We glorify God through the occasion or through the life of the saints, Saint Mary, the angels, etc. Then the next time we talked about the word hos. And hos means praise. Hos means exactly praise. The word hos means praise. How many hoses we have? We have many doxologies. But how many hoses we have? 4 hoses. Okay, 4 hoses. The first host is the praise of the praise of who? Of who? Moses, the praise of Moses when they came out of the land of Egypt. That's the first host. The second host and the fourth host are from the book of Psalms, book of Psalms. The third host is the praise of who? Of where? The three youth. The three youth in where? In the fiery furnace. We have to know. These are very, because any tasbihah we sing these 4 hosts no matter what. We have to know them very, very well. Where the first host comes from, what talks about, the second, the third, the fourth. There is a nice verse, it says, in Arabic, Guzna fi nar wal ma wa akhrajtana ila raha. We went through fire and water and brought us to it? Rich, comfortable. A rich fulfillment, or a very nice place. It's easy to remember. We went through water and fire. What's water? What's water? It is the first host. They went through water, right? Didn't they go through water? Moses led the people of Israel through the Red Sea. They went through water or not? They went through water. And then they went through fire. Right? Fire, which is the third host. Third host. As the youth went through the fiery furnace. And led us to a comfortable or rich fulfillment or a comfortable place. This brings us to the commemoration. Heaven. Commemoration of the saints. And that's why today I want to talk about the commemoration of the saints. If I have time, we'll talk about something else. But let's talk about the commemoration of the saints. Where else we see the commemoration of the saints? Somebody else. You know all the answers. Somebody else. Where else we see the commemoration of the saints? In liturgy, good. We pay attention in liturgy. We say commemoration of the saints. But the list of the commemoration of the saints in the liturgy is super duper. Is it long? It's very small. Compared to what we say in Tasbihah, the commemoration of the saints here, it's so much, much longer. So we shrunk it down, the church shrunk it down, and we put some of the saints, like a sample from all the saints, and we put it in the liturgy. But I want to take you through, we're not going to go through the whole thing, but I'll just show you different groups of saints. So, first and foremost, first of all, why we ask for the saints' prayer? Why ask for the saints' prayer? I can pray to God directly. Why we ask to Saint Mary to intercede on our behalf? And all the other saints. Why we ask their prayers? Why do you ask the prayer of the saints? Yes, Nate. They're close to God. Thank you. They're very close to God. And we who likes to be alone? Who likes to just be by themselves? Anybody like to be by themselves? You like to be by yourself? Nobody around you? Sometimes, all the time, nobody. We all love to be around others, right? Have fellowship. Fellowship. You don't want to be amongst, why you're here if you don't want to be amongst people, others? We have fellowship. We have, today I was just contemplating about the parable of today we read, it was the gospel, for a female saint was the story of the virgins. I asked some of the youth, why it wasn't one wise virgin and one foolish virgin? Why were they 5 and 5? Why were they 5 and 5? Because of the fellowship. There's good fellowship and there's bad fellowship. Good fellowship, all these wise virgins helped each other get ready. They encouraged each other. Whereas the foolish virgins, they helped each other come down. So we have good fellowship in the saints. So the saints will help us be uplifted, will inspire us. We have good fellowship with the saints. You can't go wrong with St. Mary or with the angels or all the saints. You can't go wrong with that fellowship. You are in good company. We are in good company when we're surrounded by the saints. No wonder why our churches are adorned with icons all around. Ever notice? Go to any Coptic church, you'll find at least in front of you, but sometimes all around you, you'll find saints. We are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, as St. Paul says in the book of Hebrews. So we begin first and foremost with who? Who's number one? Who's number one? Huh? Saint Mary. Saint Mary. She's above all the angels even. Above all the angels. Saint Mary has a unique place in the church. Saint Mary is right. The first intercession we ask for Saint Mary. Then we start. What's the next one here? What do you see here? Archangels, Michael and Gabriel. We'll start with the archangels. So we can go next to the following, the more archangels. I think we skipped one, yeah. Yeah. So then we've got Raphael, Suriel, and all the archangels. 7 archangels, they come after that. So they are amongst the heavenlies. And then we ask for the prayer, intercession of the all dominions, power, cherubim, seraphim, and then the 24 incorporeal priests. Incorporeal means that they have no body. They are spiritual beings. And then the 4 incorporeal creatures. And then, keep going. And then we finish one group and we go to the next group. The first group we ask for intercession because they are super duper close. As we heard, they were close to God. So these are very close to God. And then the other saints we ask for their prayers. So we say, hatta even in the hitanis, sometimes we say hitani bresveya, and sometimes we say hitani efki. Through the intercession and through the prayers. Intercession is reserved for Saint Mary and all the heavenlies and Saint John the Baptist. A little bit later on coming. So now we're going to say Hitani Efki. We begin with the Old Testament. If you go back up a little bit. Yeah. So we begin with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Enoch. Keep going. Next one. Elijah, Elisha, Moses, Isaiah, Jeremiah, David, Ezekiel, Daniel. And then now we have a transition, Joachim and Anna, and then Joseph, and then Job, Joseph and Nicodemus, Melchizedek, and all the choir of the prophets. So we look at the Old Testament. So right after the Saint Mary and the heavenlies, we have the Old Testament fathers and patriarchs and prophets. Then we have these are New Testament characters. New Testament characters, we ask for their intercession. So we finish the heavenlies. The heavenly were before the Old Testament. That's why we say them first. And then the Old Testament characters. And then we go back to the intercession of Saint John the Baptist and the undefiled, 144,000 undefiled children. And then after that, we go back to the New Testament saints. Our fathers, the apostles, Stephen, the archdeacon, first martyr, St. Mark, our saint, and then St. George, called the Prince of Martyrs, beginning about the martyrs. And after that, we go by a whole bunch of martyrs. Keeps going. All these martyrs. No, I think we went too far. Yeah. ديخورس إني مارتيروس هنا. Yes, right here. Until بقى إيه? We pray to on our behalf, a choir of all the martyrs. We mentioned so many martyrs, but we have more martyrs. Our church is a church of martyrs. Every few years we see more martyrs. People who are so strong in their faith that if they're told you want to stay a Christian, we'll kill you. Say, no, I don't mind. I love Christ more than anybody else. I don't care. If you have to kill me for my faith, these are the martyrs. That's why we're proud of them. We put them first, right after the apostles. They come the martyrs. And then we begin with St. Anthony. He's the first amongst all the saints who are not martyrs. These are the saints who are not martyrs. And St. Paul and the three Maccaries and Babshoy. And we begin through a whole slew of church fathers, about desert fathers and church fathers, patriarchs, priests, bishops, all ranks of the church from all walks of life. Until we come to the council here, the councils, the 318 Assembly in Nicaea, 150 Constantinople, 200 Ephesus, and then few more saints, and then we finish here. We go back once. Yeah, we pray to the Lord on our behalf, O choir of the cross bearers who perfect in the wilderness, all those who were in the wilderness, because they left so much behind to dedicate their life to God. We ask, they're very close to God, and we ask for the prayers. After that, King Constantine and Queen Helen. Why? What's up with King Constantine and Queen Helen? What did they do? They discovered the cross of Christ and built so many churches. That's why we remember them here. Yes, and then after that, we remember the virgins. Although it's a parable, it's interesting, guys, here. Although this is a parable, but they represent all those wise souls who were prepared, who were made it into the banquet with Christ. All the wise souls. These 5 virgins represent the wise souls who are the brides of Christ. And every one of us could be a bride of Christ if we are prepared and if we take care of our spiritual life. Then after that, we pray, we even if we forgot anybody, just in case we forgot, the saints of this day, maybe the saint of this day. How many saints we have in our church? How many saints we have? We can't count them. It's a trick question. We can't count them. Every day in the Sanctorium there is a saint, 2 or 3 or 4, sometimes many saints. And the church just keep fruitful. Too many saints. That's why we pray on our behalf all saints of this day. Whoever the saint, everyone according to his name. We say according to his name, everyone according to his name. After that, we ask for the prayers of our father, the patriarch, and if there's a bishop or for a diocese, we mention the name of the bishop. And after we finish the commemoration of the saints, we see some of the doxologies. The one we said in just now a few minutes ago, we repeat them one more time. So this gives you an idea of how beautiful heaven is. You see all these ranks of Saint Mary, then the heavenlies, then the Old Testament, and some more intercessions of St. John the Baptist and the undefiled children. And then after that, the apostles, after that, the martyrs, after that, the ascetics, and all kinds of saints. You'll find in this commemoration children, old, male, female, angels, humans. It's a beautiful collection of saints. Wouldn't you want to be with these saints? Huh? Who wants to be with the saints? Huh? Who wants to be with the saints? I see some people not raising their hand. Either they don't want to be with the saints or they're not paying attention. Who wants to join these saints? Huh? Why I see some people not raising their hands? You don't want to be with the saints? You don't want to be with the saints? حد عايز ما يبقاش مع القديسين؟ حد عايز يروح حتة تانية؟ We all want to be with the saints. طيب. For now, it's good to know all the saints and get close to them so we can, when we see them face to face, wow, I always asked for your prayers. Now I see you face to face. Wouldn't that be amazing? To our God, our Lord be all glory now and forever unto the end of ages. Amen.
Avşen hit kharon av eo av sotiemon arbrez ve vinereye.